Hello, my name is Genevieve Birdie. My poster is on exploring the impact of sharing hobbies and communication on marital satisfaction. So, the introduction for my poster is I conducted this experiment to find out if sharing a new hobby together can make couples happier in their marriages. I also wanted to see if the amount of time they spend talking to each other every day affects this. The marriage counselor believes that couples who share similar interests will have better relationships. By testing these ideas, we hope to understand how shared activities and daily communication can help improve marital satisfaction. This study is important because it can guide marriage counselors on how to best support couples in strengthening their relationships. So, this study is basically going off of the proverb, birds of a feather flock together, that birds who have similar, who are in the same species and are going in the same directions, such as like when they're migrating, they are going to fly together. And that's using that theory and applying it to humans and specifically to marriages, that couples who do hobbies together and spend time talking to each other meaningfully are going to have a happier marriage. So the methodology for my poster and for my research, I put two key hypotheses to the test in my research. Whether or not partners take up a new pastime jointly is the first independent variable, ID1. This variable has two levels, with one set of couples receiving advice to begin a new pastime as a pair and another set receiving no guidance at all. The quantity of time spent communicating each day is the second independent variable, IV2. Additionally, there are two levels to this, one for couples who are instructed to engage in meaningful talk for at least 30 minutes daily, and another for couples who are not giving any particular instructions about communication. So this is depicted in this table here, where it shows our two independent variables, which are sharing a new hobby and daily communication. So sharing a new hobby is IV1, daily communication is IV2. IV1 and IV2 both have two levels. IV1 level 1 is no new shared hobby. IV1 level 2 is new shared hobby. IV2 level 1, no specific communication instructions, and IV2 level 2, at least 30 minutes of meaningful conversation daily. I tested marital satisfaction as a dependent variable, DV, by having couples score their level of happiness on a scale from 0 to 10. So this is shown in this little bar right here. The lowest number that a couple can rate their marriage is 0, and the highest is 10. So they can score, they can give a score of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. 10 being the highest level of satisfaction and 0 being the lowest, no satisfaction. Each pair was randomly allocated to one of 4 potential combinations of the two independent variables in this research. This ensured that their replies would not be influenced by being part of more than one group, since it utilized a between subjects design. So a between subjects design is that each pair or each group or each couple, each pair are only going to test one of each of the independent variables. So this can be shown in this little table here. So group 1 would be they have no new shared hobby and no daily communication or no daily meaningful conversation. And group 2 is no new shared hobby, but they do have 30 minutes of meaningful conversation. Group 3 is they do share a new hobby, but they don't have 30 minutes of daily communication. And group 4 is they have both a new hobby and they have 30 minutes of meaningful conversation each day. So each pair will only test one group. They will only be assigned to one group. They will not be testing multiple. So for our results, this is kind of the same as this table down here, where it shows our 2 IVs and the 2 levels for each of those, but it also shows the results. So our results is every couple from each group gave their answer, and we took the mean of each group. So group 1 is IV level 1 and IV2 and level 1, and they gave an answer of 3. So just to remember, this is no hobby and no communication. So you could see it both in this little graph down here and up here. Group 2 is no new hobby, but they do have communication, so IV1 level 1, IV2 level 2, and they gave an answer of 6. Group 3 is a new hobby, but no daily communication. That's IV1 level 2, IV2 level 1. They also gave an answer of 6. And then last is group 4. They both had IV1 sharing a new hobby, so they both shared a new hobby, and then they also had 30 minutes of meaningful conversation daily, and they gave the highest answer of 6. So this little graph right here kind of displays those results. So in the green shows our IV2, and then down here we could see the 2 different levels for IV1. So IV2 level 1 is in the light green, IV2 level 2 is in the dark green. IV1 level 1 is the first set of 2, IV1 level 2 is the second set of 2. So we can see when couples had no new shared hobby and no specific communication instructions, they gave an answer of 6, so that is the lowest. And then both couples, both groups, groups 2 and 3, both gave answers of 6. So they only participated in either having meaningful conversation or having a new hobby. Our last is they both had a new shared hobby and daily communication, and they gave the highest answer of 9. So my primary finding is that couples reported higher levels of marital satisfaction when they engage in meaningful conversation for at least half an hour each day and try out a new interest together. Showing interest and maintaining open lines of communication are 2 factors that contribute to marital happiness according to my research. The happiest couples are those that do both. So yeah, this has shown that obviously the couples who didn't do either had the lowest, but as long as they did either one of the IVs, that they did have higher satisfaction rates of 6, but obviously the couples that did both had the most happiness of 9. So yeah. So for a contented marriage, it is recommended both partners have common interests and communicate well. So I would recommend to guidance counselors that they should tell couples that they should both have meaningful conversation and have and do hobbies together that they both enjoy, because as the proverb goes, birds of a feather flock together. So you're obviously going to be happier with people who you enjoy and you can do things with. To keep our research under control, we need to eliminate the confounding variable of how much each pair spends together. Each pair spends together. The marital pleasure of some couples may be affected by spending more time together naturally, independent of any new hobbies or communication guidelines. To account for this, we will standardize the weekly amount of time spent together throughout all participating couples to ensure uniformity across all groups. We will track and record the amount of time they spend together. This way, we know that the new pastime and communication guidelines are the real culprits behind any discrepancies in marital pleasure, rather than just the time spent together. So that is my poster on exploring the impact of shared hobbies and communication on marital satisfaction. Thank you very much for watching.